Hey guys, I recently did a video on the movement cards of the Lenormand, so which cards suggest things are shifting from one thing or one situation or one person to another. And today we'll be talking about the stasis cards, the cards that indicate a staying put, that things won't have big changes or big moves. So let's talk about these staying put cards. So first of all, I wanted to kind of talk about the dog card. This is not necessarily a staying card, but if you are asking about a relationship, will this person stay true to me? This suggests that that situation is as it is and will stay as it is. But this is dependent on context, and everything I'm telling you is dependent on context. For example, also, if you ask, will I stay? And you get this, the Sun, that's a very positive victory card. And it's like, yes, and that will be good. But also, if you ask, will I go? This says yes, and it will be good. So this in itself, these two cards don't really indicate staying or movement, but they can, based on the context of a question, suggest that. What I'd like to talk about instead in this video is cards that do mean staying. For example, if you get the Tree card, this is about rootedness in one place for a long time, putting your roots in the ground. So this just suggests something that does for a long time can be as it is or stay. If you're asking about the Lily card, for example, this is a gestation period. Something takes time to grow and become what it's meant to be. It can be something that lasts until old age. It can be something like your investments that you make. They take a while to come around. It's like years and then they come around. This can be a pregnancy that you have to get through the whole thing until it's ready to be born or birthed. So this is also kind of like a waiting game, a staying game. That's a non-movement card, just kind of waiting. This also, when you put your anchor down, this is about staying. But remember, you can pull the anchor back up. So you may move somewhere and you may stay there 6 or 7 years or whatever, and then you may pull up your anchor and move. But when you ask about this card, this is about putting down your anchor and staying put for a while. So this does suggest sort of a staying. Another staying that sometimes this card makes people feel uncomfortable because it feels like something is in their way is the Mountain card. So we're talking about staying put, and it kind of puts a blockage in our way so we can't move or get around something easy or get from one place to another. So the Mountain card by nature kind of wants to put a halt or the brakes on things, and this kind of is the kind of putting you in a staying put. You can do other things and get in other directions. It doesn't mean you're not going to move, but the direction that you seem focused on, it may be difficult to get to. So while this doesn't mean there will be no movement, when you have a goal and you're asking about a specific thing and this comes up, you may have to go around and find another way of moving to get to where you want to go. So it's kind of like a roadblock for you. Another thing is if you're asking about relationships and you get the Ring card, this is kind of loyalty, a promise, staying true to something. But remember, this can also come up for something that is, if you get someone that likes to move around a lot and you get something like the Ship and then this next to it, maybe they may be just bound to movement. So again, remember, these cards depend on context, but this particular card does suggest a promise to do something, a promise to stay true. If you get this, for example, with that, it's a loyalty, sticking with it. This is a partner who is honest and staying. And if you get more than one staying card together, like let's suppose we get these two together, this is really like, all right, you're making a commitment and you're going to stay. So this kind of like validates and reinforces, these two cards reinforce the staying nature of each other. Okay, so those are the staying cards of the Lenormand.